From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Tua going to change the play. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 7. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on third. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play. From the red zone now, Goff will get that to Charbonnet. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. A shotgun snap for Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams,
there he goes, left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that, because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. The Chiefs at 3-4 on the year coming into play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Yeah, they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes us up to the 47. You talk about this Seahawk defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. All right, fellas, listen up. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Tua going to throw. And this is caught at the 20. And he's put it down after a very nice game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
Now a 2nd and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
2nd down, here's Charbonnet.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 3rd and 6. Again, it's Charbonnet.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Goff on 3rd down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Bust through the tackle. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Go ahead.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Tiger.
Goff now looking to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Goff. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Chiefs now are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they'll run on third down with Charbonnet. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Hey, get set.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
2nd down and 8. Now Tua. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 2nd and 10, gone. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the 50, it's gone. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let him fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Taking it right down Broadway. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On play action, here's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. And no sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here's Goff. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's the backup Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's Smith. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Smith. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Well, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great...
There he goes, right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roll and picked up big yardage.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Butker on for the PAT. And it's 21-3.
That's the score. Chiefs 21, Seahawks 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Geno. He'll buy some time right. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun to give to Charbonnet. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Out of the gun, Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken to the 26. Pushes past him. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. They fake the handoff, now Tua. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. This offense so far on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 34. 83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this is taken in at the 5. They're in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Throwing now is Geno. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Back to throw, Smith. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Smith. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Smith and Jigba with a grab. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Levante David able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could. But let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, long run.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here we go on 4th down. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here complete to Kelsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The incompletion there stops the clock.
A bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.